Good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Focus on Liberia. I am the West African correspondent, Edward Amara. This is Roundtable Africa. I'm here to give you further update on the electioneering process in Nigeria, an election that was held on Saturday, the 25th of February 2023 in West Africa, a big brother country of Africa, a country that is widely known as Big Brother Africa and whose boasts the highest populated country into Africa and is well respected because of its population, maybe a leadership caliber and other developments that actually took place in Nigeria all this while. And today we are seeing electioneering process going on into a country, one of the first in several elections that are actually set to take place in Africa this 2023. Nigeria is a very important country that is situated on the continent of Africa and especially along the west coast of Africa. So welcome. Let's see some of the major developments that have taken place since Saturday, how everything has been set, and how the situation in Nigeria is definitely taking place, especially when it comes to the electioneering process, and above all, what type of results are emanating from the country, and how the international observers are rating the election that was held there on the 25th, and how the locals and also polling stations, how many polling stations successfully conducted their election, and even how the presidential candidates are reacting, if not responding, to the results that have been released by INEC. But first, let's watch before coming towards the Nigerian election. Yesterday, in the latest development in Guinea, the civil society are calling on an all-out demonstration against the military junta government led by Mamadi Doumbouya. They are saying that they do not think and feel that Doumbouya is ready to uphold the tenets of democracy in Guinea and the very cause that all of them have been fighting for since the day of Lansana Conde, Sekou Touré, Lansana Conte, then Alpha Conde is still being abused by a man known as Mamadi Doumbouya. So they are calling an all-out demonstration against the junta government. But before this time, I think the junta government have strictly warned that anybody who dares or come up against their leadership, they will take a drastic step against such person, and any unauthorized gathering of Guineans that have not been mandated by the police will be taken as a criminal offense, and such people will be severely dealt with. Then the M23 rebels in Congo are making further gains in the country, thereby disrupting the peace of that particular East African country, and at the same time we are seeing people are being displaced, and Congo is not also having a healthy relationship with both Uganda and that of Rwanda. But anyway, let's see the results that are coming from the tightly contested, the ever tightest contested election in Nigeria. We are seeing the result coming in, the results that are trickling in are given some amount of significant maybe information on what is going to happen. But we are seeing an official result from 14 states out of the 36 states that have been declared. Then the ruling APC candidate is leading by 44%. Then the main opposition, led by Atiku Abubakar, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, has around 33%, while the Labour candidate, Peter Obi, is definitely commanding another 70%. So there are statistics in Nigeria anyway. Then well, the capital city Abuja, a candidate, especially in the capital city in Nigeria, a candidate needs to win around 25% of the two-third votes, and as well as having the most votes in all the votes that may be taken place in Nigeria. Then that will definitely indicate that the candidate is almost the most popular, and he or she can be declared a winner. But maybe based on what is going on, he is going to be declared instead of a she, because the three major candidates, the LP, that is the Labour Party, is being led by Peter Obi. Then the PDP, that is the People's Democratic Party, is being led by Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, who has contested previous election 5 times, and this is the 6th that he is contesting. And then we are seeing the ruling APC, who is being represented by Ashiraju Bola and Tinubu. But let's see now, Obasanjo, the former president of Nigeria, who led Nigeria for 4 consecutive times, 2 times as a military. He also led Nigeria 2 times as a civilian. He's actually warning that he's discouraged, and he's saying don't set Nigeria on fire. He rejects the manual transmission of results. Let us accept the fact in this plain way. Nigeria spent huge amount of money on the electronic process, the portal system that INEC previously announced that is how the election results are going to be announced. She spent huge amount of money on that particular process to ensure that they set up an electronic-based system where election results are going to be uploaded electronically and subsequently declared. That will ensure effective and efficient election system that will be transparent, credible, reliable, and that will help to sustain the peace that Nigeria is definitely facing an existential threat. An existential threat of Nigeria is now facing. The peace of Nigeria is definitely under serious threat because of the ongoing activities into the country. Now we are seeing former statesmen are coming out publicly to condemn. Obasanjo is alleging that NEC officers have compromised the system. INEC, the Independent Nigeria Electoral Commissioner officers, or the Independent Nigeria Electoral Commission officers have compromised the system, thereby ensuring that the electronically based system previously have been faulty or it's been faulty, and at the same time they have tampered or they are tampering with presidential and senatorial results that may result into a chaotic situation. And this is why he's saying trouble is looming on Nigeria. Don't set Nigeria on fire. And he has definitely rejected the results that have been announced manually. Let's see, as I said initially, Nigeria spent huge amount of taxpayers' money to ensure that they set up an electronic system where election results are meant to be credible, reliable, transparent, and they are going to be accepted by almost all and sundry who are definitely involved into the electoral process. Unfortunately, INEC has declared that the system is now faulty and they are going to count the election results manually. That will enable, if not warrant or qualify, INEC to tamper with the results. And thereby tampering with it, INEC will definitely end up to declare a person who probably may not win the election to be declared a winner. And if he or she is declared a winner, we are expecting a reprisal system into Nigeria. We all know Nigeria is being set on a time bomb where you have the Islamic state of West Africa, Boko Haram, APOP. Then you are also the movement for the emancipation of the people of the Niger Delta, Biafra War, all of this sentiment, banditry, people are taking people for ransom, and all of that situation is definitely going into Nigeria. And the attempt of the government to redesign the currency in Nigeria also resulted into serious shortage of cash that have resulted into demonstration attack of banks across the country. Now, INEC is now adding fuel to the system. I think Mahmoud Yakubu is under serious pressure because he, according to him, the system is being faulty. It means the taxpayers' money was just being wasted on a system that has never proven to be effective, and now the same manipulation, the same corruption that they thought would have been prevented if the electoral system would have been done through a portal system, is now being corrupted, and at the same time every system now is now faulty, and they have resorted to counting the result manually, which the opposition PDP and also the opposition LP are declining to accept such result, and they are declining all results being presented by INEC or announced by INEC without the portal, without being generated from the portal. They are not going to accept such result, and they have declared them to be fraudulent, to be rigged, and they are definitely not going to accept any result that may come from such from INEC. Be who or whosoever declared, wheresoever it was being declared, definitely are saying no. As I say initially, the ruling party, according to the latest result being released, is now leading with 44%. Then the opposition, People's Democratic Party, is now leading with having a 33% vote, and the party led by Peter Obi, the man who is ranked or considered to be the youngest among the three, is now having a 74%. So EU also have come out publicly. I don't know what is wrong with Africa, especially ECOWAS and the Commonwealth of Nations that was represented by Thabo Mbeki, although it's a Western organization, but with African countries and Asian countries cut across the world who actually belong to the Commonwealth, because all of them suffer colonization from Great Britain. But maybe by default, some states into Nigeria or into America also should be considered Commonwealth members. I think they went and declared that the result we are credible, free, transparent. I mean, they are saying the election was free and fair, but they are not saying the result we are credible, because the result are definitely being tampered with. Now, the EU, that is the European Union, criticizes the entire faulty system of Nigerian election and question the results that have been released. Since the portal system is now faulty, it means the election results are definitely faulty. Let's accept that. If the portal system is faulty, then the election results are also faulty. So almost every result being given by INEC is faulty, because we are not even prepared to undertake a manual counting system. So any attempt to revert from that particular system is a deliberate act, and it is going not to set any good precedent for Africa, especially for West Africa, where most of the countries into the West and Central, East and Northern part of Africa will definitely be undertaking the election. So this is definitely not a very good result. EU has also come out to criticize. And as I speak, there is death threat in the River State. In fact, the River State is popularly known to be like the ruling PDP strong state. PDP, I mean the opposition PDP strong state. But based on the latest development over there, I think the chairman, Charles Steady Ideas, that is the state electoral returning officer, have halted the calling or the entire electoral process on ground that he and his family have definitely been threatened that they will be killed if he continue to announce the results. And according to speculation, the opposition PDP has actually lost the state to the new party, LP, that is the Labour Party by Peter Obi. He has actually lost the state to Peter Obi, and a very popular candidate of the PDP also, Governor Nelson Wiki, who has also lost who has cross-carpeted to, or he has cross-carpeted to the APC party, the opposition APC party. Now they say he's stirring trouble, he's seen as a troublemaker, and being that Atiku Abubakar has lost that particular state, the presidential election result have actually gone to, because based just speculation from the state. INEC at national level in Abuja are not declared it, yes, but that particular state is on the verge of going to his opponent, that is Peter Obi. So Peter Obi definitely wins Rivers State based on the provisional result, and there is threat. I think the result have finally been announced as I speak. About he won the state by 179,917 votes. He beat Atiku Abubakar only scored 95,425 votes. Peter Obi actually have 179,917 votes. While Atiku Abubakar only got 95,425 votes, and that particular state is the first state that the young man has landed victory into after winning Lagos, Enugu, and Nasarawa State. Now he has added Rivers State to his amount of results being taken. But so far so good. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is leading the presidential race with 44%, and I think the electoral process now is under serious threat, and people are actually threatening to lead a serious demonstration, especially the supporters of the opposition PDP and LP, because of the the independent Nigeria Electoral Commission decision to count the result manually on the backdrop that the electoral process have been faulty. But President Olusegun Obasanjo has actually accused them of faulting the system to ensure that they tamper with the result. And definitely these results have been tampered because the portal system that was being set up is no longer working. So it's termed as a wastage of the taxpayers' money and the deceit to the Nigerians, and also the electoral process now is set to go under serious scrutiny, and we're expecting tension to arise as the days go by. Let us see some of the states that Bola Ahmed Tinubu won. He won Kwara State. Kwara State is in western Nigeria. Oyo State is in the north. Ogun State is actually in the south. Ekiti State, Ondo State, and Jigawa State. So he has won Kwara State, Oyo State, Ogun State, Ekiti State, Ondo State, and Jigawa State. Atiku Abubakar has won Onsu State. He has won Adamawa State. He has won Gombe State, Yobe State, Katsina State. While Peter Obi has won Lagos State, Enugu State, Nasarawa State, and now he has just added Rivers State. And Rivers State have definitely been lost lost by Atiku Abubakar to the man called Peter Obi. Okay, the former Nigerian president Olusegun Obasanjo has actually urged the country electoral body to save the country from a looming danger, and he's absolutely right over that he described as corruption of the electoral process. He had described this entire situation to be corruption of the electoral process. In his statement, he was so crystal clear, and he asserted this way. He said that in his statement he said tension was building up, and asked President Muhammadu Buhari to let all electoral process or elections that do not pass the credible and transparent test be cancelled. That is how they urge the current president to do. Any election process or result that did not pass through the portal system, according to him, those results should be cancelled to ensure that the tenet of democracy is definitely being maintained. He said the Independent Electoral Commission and Nigeria Electoral Commission, in addition to revert to manual transmission of results, was definitely deliberate. And despite investing on an electronic system that allow immediate transmission of results from the polling unit to everybody, especially in the world. It is no secret that INEC officers at the electoral level have been allegedly compromised to make what should work not to work, and revert to the manual transmission of result, which is manipulated and the result doctored, he said. And definitely this result have definitely been doctored. I agree with his statement perfectly. The result have been doctored. The retired president also appealed to the citizens to be very calm. He said he strongly believed into the electoral process. But mind you, EU have also come out to definitely condemn the election result and urge the National Electoral Process Commission to take time in what they will do, because at the end of the day, Nigeria is facing a serious threat on its fragile peace that she is enjoying. So a European Union observer mission has faulted the lack of transparency and operational failures in Nigerian electoral process, according to a preliminary findings. It said there was confidence in the independence and professionalism of the electoral body during the preparations for the election. There was confidence. Listen to what they said. It said there was confidence in the independence and professionalism of the electoral body during the preparations for the elections. That is what it is saying, or that was what it said. But public trust won over lack of efficient planning and effective communication in the process, including on the election day. They observed Nigerians cast their votes in presidential and parliamentary general election on Sunday. The observers noted that some poll centers opened late and polling procedures were not always followed. They said the offloading of the result using an electronic system did not work, raising concern as transmission of presidential election result form was delayed. The observer team has urged the stakeholders in the election to uphold peace until the process is completed and call for any dispute arising to be addressed through legal channels. All of them are saying through legal channels. But did the Independent Nigeria Electoral Commission go through the legal channel to cancel, to faulty to make the entire process to be faulty, like giving hope, trust, and faith to the people that everything is going to be reliable, it is going to be credible, it is going to be transparent. Just at the 11th hours, things have almost always become faulty, and they are foul play almost all over in the state. And as I said, if you watch at the current result now that we are having, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is having 44,105,663 votes. 4,105,663 votes. For the 16 states that have been declared, it gives him around 44.07%. So Atiku Abubakar have 3,052,625 votes, making up a total of 32.27%. Then Peter Obi has 1,640,124 votes, giving a total percent of 17.6 votes. So 32.7 votes. Then 44.7 vote, 32.77 vote, and 17.6 vote. Then the others have around 3%, which will definitely tend to rise as system goes by. Then let's see for the parliamentary, for the senatorial seat, the All Progressive Congress, that is APC, has won 37 of the 108 senatorial seats. Then the People's Democratic Party, that is the PDP, has won 14 senatorial seats. The New Nigeria People's Party has won 1. The Labour Party is now carrying 3. The others have 1. Then the undeclared seats are 57 still. Then when you watch at the House of Representatives, that is the National House of Representatives, the All Progressive Congress have 15 seats for now. Then the People's Democratic Party have 8. The new Nigeria People's Party is also doing better in this place. He has 7 seats. The Labour Party has 7 seats. Others have 0. Then the undeclared seats are still 323 seats are yet to be declared. So we are seeing more and more to definitely come. While Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar still remain very ambitious and strong, but the traditions are to be followed. Maybe because Bola Ahmed Tinubu has won in Kwara State, maybe he can still consider himself to be the winner of the current election. Thank you for listening, and I promise to come back with the update as the day goes by. and we will keep on updating you about almost all major events that are happening into our West African country, Nigeria. It was Roundtable Africa, focus on Liberia, giving you updates on the latest development in our big brother country, Nigeria, on the electoral process, and EU and the former president, Matthew Olusegun Obasanjo, have definitely condemned the entire process and urged INEC, that is the Independent Electoral Commission of Nigeria, to take a time in doing the entire process and to ensure that results being released are credible, transparent, reliable, and acceptable. They have also urged the Nigerians to remain peaceful, calm until INEC can do all the due process. However, Obasanjo still continues to warn and call on Muhammad Buhari to definitely not accept or to definitely ensure that results that are definitely not given through the portal system in which council as presented by both the Labour and PDP opposition parties. And the ruling APC is now leading with 44%, while the opposition PDP has 37%, followed by the Labour Party 70%. So based on the entire result, we are seeing the ruling APC candidate taking a substantial lead, which may give him definitely some amount of hope that he will be declared the winner. Thank you for listening.